Right, so here I am doing retrospective on Academia. Considering the game is still in very early alpha, it's really difficult to do a retrospective. I mean, these type of games you'd think that we should wait like half a year before doing a retrospective on, but I don't know. I guess we could just do a retrospective. It's not a big deal. I know exactly how to play to make the most money. Now, when I load this school up, you're going to say, well, you're not making money, you're negative. But yeah, but before I was negative, I was in the clear, like over 10,000 a day. And so I'm going to pause this. Like, I have 590,000. The only reason I'm negative right now is because I expanded so much. So I've got, you can only zoom out this far. So this is my school. Yeah, it's pretty darn big. There's a lot of cons to making a huge school with 2 cafeterias, etc., etc. What I can explain is the AI is pretty broken at the moment, so you expect that. Chefs don't. When students come and eat, they'll grab a plate of food. They'll sit down. They'll eat. If they finish, they finish. If they finish in time, they'll actually put their plate in these trays right here, these racks. If they don't finish in time, they'll just leave their plate on the table. When cooks come to clear the table, for the students who were lazy or didn't have enough time, they pick up the plates in the order in which students sat down. So it becomes really difficult if a student sat down here, and then sat down over here, and then a second, third one sat down over here, then maybe here, but then over here, and then way over here. Yeah, you get the point. The creator of the game has at least acknowledged that. I said, look, if a chef goes to get a plate from a table, just have him clear that table. I mean, come on. I have 2 senior, 2 junior, 2 sophomore, 2 freshman classes. I shared bathrooms. You have to know how the game works with graduation. If you have 60 students in a grade and 5 of them don't graduate, 60 new, let's say freshmen, 60 new freshmen will come in next semester, and you'll still have those 5 that didn't graduate, so you have to have a bigger classroom. If people keep failing, they keep piling up in the classroom. I had a situation for a couple of years, like I'm in year 10 right now, like somewhere in year 7 I had a situation where I had seniors fail, and they just keep failing year after year. So from 60 seniors, I went up to like 200 seniors, and it was completely retarded. So that's when I paused the game. I was up to about this much money, about 580,000, I think. I built this entire new school wing, and it was 4 senior classes for the next semester. 4 senior classes, 2 junior classes, because juniors were piling up too. And then 1 freshman, 1 sophomore level. The next semester, half of them graduated, so then I could chip it down a bit. And then I accepted more. You don't really want to fill up your classes because if you do, then you don't have any space if people fail. Why is it so dirty when they leave? Well, the creator has acknowledged this fact too, that janitors act like any other character in the game when it comes to walking over floors, and they will dirty floors as they walk over them if they walk over the tile enough times, or enough janitors walk over that tile. I said, look, just make it to where janitors don't dirty the floor, because you'll have a throng of 100 janitors, and as they leave the building, they dirty the floor. You know, so that's retarded. These were worker quarters before I made them janitor quarters. I had janitor quarters up here, the janitor room. Problem is, if there are worker quarters there, this whole area was a delivery for a while, but the workers didn't walk that far. It took them too long to walk there and back. Now, when food delivers, there's a problem with food delivery too, and that's a worker will grab a crate of food, pop it off into a random tile, and then actually he'll stop working. He might go to the workers' quarters or do another task. Only when one worker really has taken a crate and put it down will another worker come from the work. Let's just say you only have one job, taking food out of the truck. One worker comes, picks up a crate, drops it off, and as soon as that happens, another worker then goes, oh, my turn. Like, if you have 8 workers, 16 workers, they won't all come to the delivery truck, unload the delivery truck, and have the delivery truck go on its way. It's one fucker at a time, and that needs to be addressed and fixed, because the delivery truck stays until, if you're on fast speed, it stays till 9:15. If you're on slow speed, it stays till about 8:40. But slow speed, you still get a better economy. People seem to move at a fraction of a speed faster on slow speed than they do on fast speed, if that makes any sense to you. And also, if a worker is walking towards the delivery truck when the delivery truck leaves, he'll stop where the delivery truck was when he got the order to pick it up. So if the delivery truck was parked here and he got the order but the truck starts to move, he'll walk to here, pick up a crate of food out of a phantom truck, and let's say as soon as he picks up that crate, this next guy gets the order to get a crate of food. If the delivery truck happens to be here at the time, he will walk to this tile and pick out a crate from a phantom truck. Like, it doesn't show an outline of a truck, it's just invisible basically. And if the truck is here, by the time the third one gets the message, he'll walk over to here and pick up a crate. It's really, really stupid. So delivery of food is broken. Also, if the delivery zone fills up, the workers will still unload food and then hold crates and not know where to drop them. So that's stupid. You have to fire them. Let all your cooks empty out the delivery zone and then hire more workers. Also, a worker will drop off a crate of food in a random tile. If that tile has a crate of food, he'll stop on that crate of food, go, oh duh, I can't drop it off here. And then the game has to tell him, okay, it's time to drop off the crate of food again, pick another random tile. And if you only have like 3 open tiles, he could pick a full tile for like 9 cycles straight before he finds an open one. It's so stupid. You don't need floors in any rooms really, except a couple. But without floors, they keep telling you your school is dirty, so you need floors. This green stuff is grass. Grass counts as a floor, and it doesn't tend to get dirty as fast as other floors, but it does get dirty, which is retarded. So the janitor still have to mop the grass. Yeah, don't fucking ask. You can't assign a cook to a specific kitchen and to a specific cafeteria. So a cook might cook food here and walk it over to here to drop it off, and vice versa. A student might get food from this cafeteria and walk over here to eat, losing all the time of lunch before lunch is over. AI is stupid. It needs to be addressed. Tomorrow I should be getting 10 more students, so I should actually be in the positive for a while. Because I think I ordered, yeah, basically. I ordered 10 more sophomores to get 100 sophomores, you know. I have the capacity for 120 students, so I have 5 more seniors than I have desks for. So I plopped down 5 more desks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully I can delete them next semester. So to work around the problems, you have to really get creative. I tried to do a club and a computer lab in every room so that my social theory was, well, the freshmen will all come here and use this. But that's not the case. Nope. A bunch of students will go in here until the room says, I think I'm at capacity, and then they'll go to their place. It's stupid, and then they'll have to walk to their class. I mean, the idea was they're going to hang out in their respective clubs and then go to their classrooms, eliminating much walk time. It would work in principle, doesn't work in practice, because you can't assign zones to lower classmen or just freshmen or upperclassmen or just junior, just senior. Until he implements that, it's actually not really a good idea to have separate labs for separate rooms, because students can go into any one they want. It really is wise just to have large single rooms between all your classrooms. And what I would recommend, if you're going to do 2 rooms of each, have a giant row up here of like all your freshmen and all your sophomore. A giant cafeteria, all your junior, all your senior, and then right in the middle all of your facilities on each side of the cafeteria. And of course, if you want a central kitchen with cafeterias, you have to make 4 distinct cafeterias. You can't merge zones into unique shapes, unique L shapes, or plus shapes, or whatever. You can't do that. Because the game isn't built that way right now. You have to have all the walls covered for each room. It's stupid. But he's acknowledged that. Don't know if he'll address it or not. Water fountains are fun. Fans are fun. Trash cans are okay. Some rooms don't need trash cans, other rooms do. I had staff doors down here in these computer lab and clubs. Problem is the janitors kept walking through the classrooms and the cooks kept walking through the classrooms, and I personally didn't like that, so I got rid of them. They have to walk around now. Despite needing a sink in the janitor's room, they never actually use the sink for anything. It's not like they have a bucket, you know. I see faculty in the faculty room during recess, and that's the only time I ever see them there. They don't tend to do anything here, which is sad. As of yet, they don't plan or anything. I have a female toilet bordering the hallway, and then a male toilet bordering the hallway, so that staff who are male can go here, staff who are female can go here without cutting through classrooms. Sometimes they still cut through classrooms. The idea was that they wouldn't have to cut through classrooms if I did that. Libraries, the bookshelf cannot be faced up. It can only be faced down, left, and right. So actually in this setup, I did have one more bookshelf, but I decided to get rid of it so I could have a walk around. Aesthetically, it makes me happy. Over here, as you can see, this was a bleed over. This computer room isn't necessary because it was before I had built this, because this is where my delivery zone was, and I had a really huge problem with the delivery zone. If you have items in the delivery zone and you de-zone it and zone the delivery zone somewhere else, you'd think it would work like Prison Architect, where they would take items from the no zone and put it in the delivery zone. That's not the case. It stays there, and cooks will not pick up items that are not in the delivery zone, so the food will sit there indefinitely, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can build over the food, but it looks really stupid. So the only way around that is, like, if you want to move your delivery zone, fire all your workers, empty your delivery zone, build a new delivery zone, hire more workers, save the game, close the game, open the game. Saving the game, closing the game, and opening the game is how you reset AI, how you reset their tasks, because sometimes they'll get stuck on a task forever. The AI likes to drop off all the plates into one sink, and one chef, one cook is just doing dishes forever, and he'll never stop. And I don't mean he'll never stop because he never gets to the dishes. I mean, it bugs out to where he never actually starts washing dishes. He just washes the same dish over and over again, and then he's there until 8 p.m., and then he falls asleep here. The way to unbug him is to save, quit, reload, and then he unbugs. And then if a new chef, a new cook comes into that sink, he'll actually start chipping away at the reserves here and actually clearing the sink. It's the only way to make them use all the sinks. If they start piling up dirty dishes in a sink, save, quit, reload, they'll at random target a new sink, and hopefully it's a new sink. You know, that's the only way to get them to use all the sinks currently. You know, if I had my way, I would say cooks should drop off dirty dishes on a sink that has the fewest dirty dishes, and should take clean dishes from the sink that has the most clean dishes. That would solve all problems. I don't know how easy that would be to code, though. But that's how I would solve it. Toilets are fine. They never really get backed up. I don't ever seem to have a problem with if I have 16 toilets, and in some cases 14, because I want the same number of sinks, and these are the doors, you know. Yes, you could put sinks in the middle, but they tend to bug out a little bit when they're in the middle, so I didn't do it. I did it here for the first sink zone. Right here, I wanted a sink in this row and a sink in this row facing the other way, and it didn't work. They only used one half of them, and these half were bugged, so that's the leftover. As you can see, these dots are leftover, and I don't know, I didn't bother fixing it, so every other toilet past these two. I wanted them in the center, but I couldn't get them in the center because currently they're bugged if you put them back to back in the middle, so you got to put them against a wall or something. I don't know. So that's everything I have in this game. I'm not having a huge problem with this game. I recommend playing on the slowest speed, even though it tests your patience. And look how dirty this hallway is, because everyone walked this way when they quit, and janitors do that. Sometimes the students get bugged out right here, like this student is bugged out, and there's nothing you can do. I feel sick, 20, negative 20. He got bugged. I saved, quit, and reload, and she's still bugged. So she's going to be there until 8 o'clock, and then it'll just vanish. If you do big schools, you have to optimize a whole row of classrooms and put all your utilities, your computer lab, your clubs, put them in the center. Don't put them individually like I did, because currently you can't assign, like I said, you can't assign rooms to, you can't assign classmen to certain rooms. You can't assign like freshmen to rooms, and you can't assign certain classes to certain rooms. So until they address that stuff, yeah, you're screwed. Giant communal rooms is all you can do. I should be getting the transfer students in. These are all the janitors, my throng of janitors, my throng of cooks. 8 workers is good if you're not building a whole lot. I had like 50 workers because I was building that new school, and if the workers are working, they don't unload. Oh, before I go, I need to address this. Don't assign new workers any tasks until the delivery truck comes of food. If they're building stuff in the morning and the delivery truck comes, it will leave before they unload most of the food, and your cooks then don't have enough food to cook for the students. Let them do nothing until the delivery truck comes and goes. Assign tasks for them about 10 a.m. And don't assign more tasks than they can finish by 5. Okay? You don't want them working when the delivery truck comes. You just don't. It comes at about 7. It leaves at almost 9. So it stays for almost 2 hours. See, right now it's 6:55. The delivery truck will pull in. You don't really want your delivery too far to the left because... There it is. Because if you do, the travel time it takes to get here does take away from their unload time. Now watch. Watch how stupid they are. This one guy has to go. Then this other guy goes. It's not like they all come at once and undeliver. No. He has to pull out a crate before this one gets the signal. Then he has to pull out a crate before one of them gets the signal. That's why if you put the worker quarters too far away, they take too long to walk, and you don't get enough food. If it's too efficient, you can unload too much food. So that's a thing, especially if you don't have enough students to eat it. And then it piles up, and then your workers are stuck, and you have to fire them, like I said. They're the throng. Some of the students that are walking this way are not juniors and seniors. So they'll come here, and then by first period, they'll miss their entire first period by walking back to their first period classroom. Your janitors do work when they come in the morning, so look, they've cleaned up that hallway nicely. I did not get the message your school is dirty. So they have nicely done that. I didn't actually build lockers in the junior and senior area. I think lockers just improve morale. They don't seem to be necessary, but they do seem to improve morale, as do water fountains. At least in my experience, I don't know if that's true or not. I really just want to destroy this and make another huge library here. But I'm kind of attached to this as a relic. I don't know why. And now see they're washing on the sink. This guy could very well be bugged out, and he could never chip away at this. This guy's chipping away at it, obviously, because look, the clean dishes are piling up here. He will chip away at his. It depends on how much they've unloaded. There's no maximum amount of dishes that can be at a sink. There's a maximum amount of graphics you can see, but there's no maximum amount of dishes. And that gets a bit annoying. I really wish there would be a maximum amount of dishes. 8 stacks, that'd be great. At a time, yeah. And I really wish this graphic here for the trays, for the plate trays, wouldn't show dirty dishes if there were no dirty dishes on them. I really wish it wouldn't do that. I wish there was a couple of different palettes for that to let you know if it's filling up or not. So as you can see, there's still some plates. The cooks will clear these plates off in the morning, and then they'll deliver the clean dishes to the food trays here, not the racks here with the dirty dishes, the food carts. And we've unloaded all this food. Oh, I didn't hover over here and show you the glitch about them walking to a phantom truck. It's kind of funny. But yeah, these cooks will get this food. What's stupid is if 3 cooks are coming to get a crate of food. See how this woman didn't do anything? If they come to get a crate of food that's already been taken, they stop, and the AI has to address a new task for them. And if that new task isn't get food, they'll go off and do something else, even if there's crates of food around there. The AI really needs to prioritize. If a cook went to get food and that crate's gone, get food should be their next item on the list until all the food is gone from the delivery. It really should be, but it isn't. Sometimes they go off and do another task. See, look, 5 cooks got the get food, you know. I really wish it was a pull system and not a push system. The delivery zone would pull cooks based on how many crates it had, you know. The food cart would pull a cook based on how much food it has. The dirty dish rack would pull a cook based on having dirty dishes or not. The tables would pull cooks. I really wish it was a pull system. Because pull systems are highly efficient. Push systems are not. The cooks are a push system. They deliver things. They go and get things. You know, I really wish items would send calls out for the workers to come to them. So I think I've talked long enough. I think you've seen enough. I'm getting transfers tomorrow, so my cash flow will be positive. I don't need it because by the time the quarter ends, I think this always says quarter 1. I've never seen it say quarter 2, 3, or 4. So after each quarter, it just then progresses to the next year. 49 students are absent due to sickness. Yay. Per capita, though, that's just over 10%. That's still a lot of students gone. I could hire more clinic people. I have 4. I'm supposed to have 2 per clinic, but a student will sit here, and a clinic fucker will go over here to get the medicine and come back. And by that time, the student's already gone because he's got to go to class or got to eat or something. You can't assign any staff to any room. It's stupid. And these students over here might come to this clinic instead of that one. Ugh. It's like, dude, find the closest one, please. These guys are washing. He's ever washing right now. I think he's glitched out. If I save, quit, reload, he'll find a new task to do. Then someone else will hit that sink. These cooks obviously can't find a task to do. I wish cooks would clean. I wish cooks would clean the kitchen. That's a suggestion I'm going to throw out there in the forums. Cooks should actually clean their own kitchen if they have nothing else to do. Because cooks do keep their kitchen clean. They don't rely on some janitor to do it. Alright. So, oh. He took trash and emptied it. Yay. That's all I have. It does seem that the trash truck only seems to visit one of the garbage bins. But I never saw a garbage area fill up, so I don't know. Anyway, that's my retrospective. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm not sure what game I'll do next week. It will, of course, be a first impression of another game. Hopefully a game I already own, because I really can't keep buying new games. But these games are right up my alley, so I really like games like this. I just really am sad that the last 3 games I've done have been in alpha state, you know? I really would like games that have a lot more content to offer than this. But anyway, this might give you some ideas how to work around the AI if you're playing the game, etc., etc., until it gets patched. So, see you guys on the flip side. You gotta save before you quit. Don't forget to do that. The game does auto-save, but you don't want to lose those minutes. You really don't.